A massive 12 points, whilst Galaxy, who only just broke into the top 8 over the weekend, could, with a win, crash the top 4 and displace Kaizer Chiefs. A huge incentive here this evening. Both sides come to this match on the back of positive results, with TS Galaxy edging Chippa United right here. Sundowns' demolition of Orlando Pirates at Loftus Versfeld was the most eye-catching result of the weekend. It helped Downs to a new PSL era record for wins and for points tally at the midway mark of a 30-game season. They have an incredible 42 points and a healthy, although not yet insurmountable, 9-point advantage at the top of the standings. Let's introduce you to the lineups here, with TS Galaxy making 2 changes from the side that defeated Chippa 1-0 on Saturday. Young Puso Tijani, a goal hero against Sundowns in their meeting at the end of last season, has to content himself with a spot on the bench as Spiro Mahlangu comes in. Former Sundowns star Keegan Dolly also makes way, but he is amongst the subs as Victor Litswalo returns to the lineup.
It is a team that wants to have consistency. It's in Damani alongside Kapini. It's in Velaze and Mukaka. It's a front line that has got Letswalo. He's not scared, alongside Zaimovic. An attack-minded team, and the coach talks about tactical discipline.
Beganovic has had a dream start as TS Galaxy head coach, having ascended from being Siad Ramovic's assistant. As the side he comes up against, also a couple of changes for Sundowns. Here, Johannes is in for Tavila Morena at right back. It's his first league start in Sundowns colours for Johannes. Only previous presence in the 11 has come in the Nedbank Cup. Tashreeq Matthews returns to the lineup. He scored a brace against Supersport United last week in his previous start. He is in for Ikram Reyners this evening. Here's the Sundowns formation with Brian Martin.
Master Cardoso talks about discipline, he talks about entertainment. It is Grant Kekana in the defense, it is Mukwena in the center of it all. It is Shalulile that leads the front line, supported of course by Ribeiro, and there is Matthews on the right hand side.
Well, last season this time emerged as one of the most fieriest rivalries on the calendar, but mainly due to 2 now departed men, Siad Ramovic and Rolani Mukwena. Miguel Cardoso holding no such grudges. Beganovic told me prior to the match that he has inherited none of the animosity. There should be a good-natured contest between 2 great footballing teams that will be overseen by Olani Kwinda. He'll be assisted by Kamusi Rasmusani and Khedwin Baloy. Given Ntlaka is our 4th official. Now TS Galaxy have kept 3 successive clean sheets in the Betway Premiership coming into this one. For Mamelodi Sundowns, their 4-1 win over the Buccaneers was a 10th successive league win. TS Galaxy, meanwhile, are unbeaten in 11 Betway Premiership outings. 10 of those have come under Adnan Beganovic, who's yet to taste defeat in any competition since taking over in November. But most will agree that this is, without question, the toughest test of his tenure so far. And we do get underway at the Mbombela Stadium. It's worth pointing out that Beganovic takes charge of a TS Galaxy side who've not fared well against Mamelodi Sundowns since arriving in the top flight. Against no other team have the Rockets lost as many league games than against Sundowns, defeat in 6 of their 8 league meetings. But they did give a terrific account of themselves in last season's penultimate league match. They went pound for pound with the Brazilians, scored first in what ended up being a 1-all draw. As Lucas Suarez in for his 2nd start in succession, partnering Grant Kekana, who got the opening goal in that match against Orlando Pirates over the weekend. Suarez, the Argentine, made a little cameo against Supersport United, then started. His first start came against Pirates. All collected by Ronwen Williams. 25 saves in the league this season for Bafana's #1. a best save percentage in the division as well, just above 86%. There's Teboho Mokoena. Looking for an option on the flank, finding Peter Shalulile. Jaden Adams. His first start for Mamelodi Sundowns came against SuperSport United just under a week ago. Scored his first appearance in the 11. Kamagela Sibilibili, tugged back by Mokoena. Sibilibili managed 7 shots against Chippa United in the outing over the weekend, but only 1 hit the target. It's an area of his game he needs to tidy up. A lovely touch, and TS Galaxy do have numbers 4, collected here by Sibilibili on the left-hand flank. Continues to cut inside, looks for goal, wide of the mark. He's still yet to open his account in the Betway Premiership, does have 1 ride at the beginning of the season, a brilliant goal in the MTN 8 against Kukune. Scored a couple of goals in each of the 2 previous league campaigns as Sibilibili. And as I mentioned, just failing to hit the target with enough frequency this season as Lucas Ribeiro picks a pass for Shalulile. Sebande, just third start in a row for him. He previously appeared against Gallants in October. He's been unabatable for quite some time. Max Monyai comes sliding in, giving Tashrik Matthews no quarter. Zaimovic. Gaga back to his defense. Velase. Oh. Brilliantly done by Mahlangu. Velase now for Letswalo. Arriving is Mgaga. Sibilibili. Sebande on the overlap. Will he be able to prevent the corner, Ronwen Williams? He hasn't. Good spell of pressure from TS Galaxy. They have played without fear in these opening stages.
Well, you're absolutely right. Building up to this, they were saying they want to put pressure on Mamelodi Sundowns. In particular in defense, that's exactly what they're doing. They've managed to win a corner. What can they do about it? They've got Zaimovic as the point of reference. He's got the aerial presence. Velase has joined in.
Williams gets a glove on that. Falling here for Monyai, who skies it.
The intensity of this game. It is still early stages, but there's intention on both sides.
Well, Max Monyai hasn't scored a league goal since TS Galaxy's first season in the top flight. Managed to get one in a 3-1 win over his former club, Black Leopards. Referee doesn't like that challenge from Sibilibili. This is Ribeiro tearing through the middle of the park, and Velasi's there to nick the ball away from him, but they have it back through Aubrey Modiba, just over the head of Peter Shalulile, Tashrik Matthews, Machela Allende, Johannes. Suarez, now to Bohomokwena. TS Galaxy this season were the second last side after Kaizer Chiefs to actually manage a clean sheet, but now they have 3 in succession. If you include their cup win over Vasco, that is 4 matches they've shut out the opposition. Not many shut out Mamelodi Sundowns.
They believe in themselves, they find ways. And I think the good thing is that they are able to rotate the ball. There's an element of patience as well when the certain avenues within the field are not open, and they try and carve open those kind of chances.
Modiba to Adams. Jaden Adams just flicking a ball into the box intended for Peter Shalulile, running away from the Namibian. Tape Ira, 27-year-old, born just outside of Abidjan in Côte d'Ivoire, has his sights set on making the national team, or getting himself in the mix ahead of the Africa Cup of Nations. He has been terrific of late. Looked a little shaky when he first emerged in the Betway Premiership at the beginning of this season after joining from playing in the Ethiopian Premier League. He has grown tremendously as TS Galaxy are flagged for offside.
They do know how to recruit them, physically gifted, and but also in terms of their height. Offside, I agree. Good call.
But then what you would have noticed, as you point out, about the goalkeepers, how they recruit them, the height they've had. Fiacre Ntswari before that, Melusi Buthelezi, both in a similar mold to their current goalkeeper. Played a lot of football for TS Galaxy, moved on, and now really don't see the park all too often.
Yeah, I think one of their strengths, and if you have a conversation with him, he just knows how to find, goalkeepers, but they don't last in the team because they suddenly have a demand.
Suarez, brilliant display against Orlando Pirates, secondary assists for Lucas Ribeiro's second goal. Launched it long for Ikram Reyners, who provided that assist. There's Grant Kekana. Adams. Modiba high up the field. Neatly dispossessed. And then the ball runs away from Mahlang. Matthews. Max Munyai is right there. Tashrik Matthews gets it back. Aubrey Modiba. Machela Allende. Worked out to Johannes. Lucas Ribeiro. Nice pass from Ribeiro to find Matthews. Desperate clearance from Munyai. They have managed to get it away. Now Matlangu. Dinked forward for Zaimovic, cut out by Suarez. Decent looking cross in. Tape Ira flapped at it. Ribeiro retrieves.
If you are TS Galaxy, you've got to stay patient, because this is Sundowns on display. They're going to rotate the ball with such patience. They're always going to be fishing. Look at the position of Ribeiro. Look at where Allende is. They're always fishing. Defensively, they've got to be very organized, TS Galaxy, starting in the midfield as well.
It's Adams. Suarez. Odiva trying to move it on swiftly to Jaden Adams. This is Shinan Zaimovic for TS Galaxy, overhits his pass. Ronan Williams off his line. Tapeira again. Has featured at junior national level for Cote d'Ivoire. Part of the Tokyo Olympics team as well. Just looking to enhance his career further. Has a great platform to do so here in the Betway Premiership with high-flying TS Galaxy. Their start was so poor this season that despite this terrific run that they're on, it took them until last weekend to actually break into the top 8 of the standings. And should they shock the country today and earn 3 points against Mamelodi Sundowns, they would move into the top 4. A superior goal difference. Zaimovic shakes off Ribeiro, and then that swallow is adjudged to have been offside.
It's a good call, but then those are the danger signs. Could have released it early, delayed a little bit, and by the time he decided to pass it, it was too late.
Victor Letsolo does have 3 goals this season. He's already surpassed Natali managed for Amazulu in the previous campaign, where he got just 2 goals in 19 league appearances. Never scored a league goal against Mamelodi Sundowns across all the various clubs that he's played for. Well, my apologies, has scored, but not for TS Galaxy. Has scored 3, in fact, whilst he was at Royal AM. But never been involved in a win, a league win against Mamelodi Sundowns as Victor Letsolo, 11 previous attempts. Allende. Space on the flank for Johannes. Not the most convincing touch. Peter Shalolile appears to be in a little distress. The leading goal scorer by a mile in this particular tie. He has 8 goals in 8 league appearances against TS Galaxy. He's scored in 7 of 8 league appearances against the Rockets, only failing to do so in that shock 1-0 win that TS Galaxy earned at the beginning of the 2022-23 season. Lifa Hlongwane following up a shot from Batusi Obas, now on the bench tonight for Mamelodi Sundowns. It's a defeat that came with Sundowns at home, that was followed shortly afterwards by a loss to SuperSport United, then defeats to Orlando Pirates in the MTN 8s that prompted Sundowns to promote Relani Mokoena to sole head coach, as the flag goes up for offside against Shalolile.
It's a good call, and I think that the ball should have been played early for him.
Swallow battling with Suarez. Gets the ball back and then he's rolled it into no man's land.
He was hoping that Mahlangu is not too far off.
Well, he was. Mahlangu with a despairing glance in his direction, as if to say, well, I didn't make that run. Mahlangu, just the one goal this season. He got 8 in the previous campaign. He was amongst TS Galaxy's most dangerous players. Shalalile laying it back. Modiba. Tashrik Matthews for Jaden Adams. Matthews again.
I think the nicer part when you watch Sundowns is how they create space, but also attack the same space which they've created. You look at the movement of Matthews, the runs that he makes, and the next minute you have an Allende that's getting into that space. It just shows the study they do, the thoroughness in terms of identifying the gaps within the opponent's defense. And Munyaya still maintain he will need support because most of the attack happens on that left-hand side.
Nice pass from Mokoena to find Hibero. Tlantlamgaga battling hard in the midfield. He's seen a lot of game time since the departure of Tata Kiba to Stellenbosch. A lovely ball over the top, and the bounce of it, the spin on the ball might have deceived Ronwen Williams, who is on the receiving end of a high boot from Spiro Mahlangu, who immediately has gone over to apologize.
Yeah. So once he gets out of his zone, which is Ronwen Williams.
Yeah, who's just embraced Mahlangu because there's an acknowledgement of guilt there in Mahlangu's apology, but at the same time he's indicating that there was no ill intent, and he gets a yellow.
He says just a little bit.
Yeah,
just a little bit. Gangani kept his eyes on the ball. Was he aware that Ronwen Williams was coming? Because the ball bounces, goes high, raises his foot. Ronwen Williams get out of his area.
Yeah, the manner in which Velasi played that ball had a lot of backspin on it, so it didn't zip through to Williams. Had to venture far out of his box as Tawal Mokoena plays a terrific ball here for Johannes. Easily dispossessed by Sibilibili.
Someone who's going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Johannes.
And he does get the yellow card, which is met with a shower of applause from the grandstand where the TS Galaxy fans are congregated. Keegan Johannes, first league start for Mamelodi Sundowns, first start in the league since March of last year in a 1-1 draw with Supersport playing against Amazulu.
Pretty much a versatile player as well. You see him playing on the right hand side. If you take him and put him at centre back, he could easily play. Sundowns in that position. Of course, there's a young man that I actually enjoy watching. His name Waga Koza. Plays in that role. An exciting one for the future.
Well, Tabela Morena is up and out of the dugout amongst others, but with Johannes on the yellow card and seemingly having a slight issue here with the Sibilibili's trickery.
Yes.
There might be a change that they think about making. Modiba receiving from Mokoena. Tashrik Matthews. Pursued here by Kabini. Samukela Kabini. Second season as a senior football since joining from Orlando Pirates reserves. Only turns 21 next month. Two very young centre halves for TS Galaxy. Kabini about to celebrate his 21st birthday. Kulamani Ndumane turned 21 last Wednesday.
You know how to play chess?
A little.
This is a game of chess. Any movement is crucial.
Adams attempted to stab it through for Tashrik Matthews. Tape Era this season is right up there with the best stoppers in the league. He's made 36 saves coming into this match, 79.5% save accuracy. That's the third best of any goalkeepers with 15 or more saves this season. Allende. Johannes infield for Mokoena. Lets it run away from him. Letswalo collects. Zaimovic moves it on to Sibilibili. Driving towards the byline. He's let the ball stray out.
What is interesting for me with that move is that it looked promising, but they were outnumbered by the Sundowns defenders. They added from the midfield as well because they could sense the danger, Sundowns. So there was about 6 players up against 3 of TS Galaxy in that box.
This is Kekana. Flying across fields to Modiba. Kibero. Matthews. Kabini does well. Here's Modiba. Mokoena to Allende. Quickly moves it on to Grant Kekana. Now Shalalile. Coming across brilliantly is Ndimane. Former Kaizer Chiefs reserve player. He's getting used to professional football. In fact, he's adapting really quickly. I mentioned it was his 21st birthday just under a week ago. Powerful from Kabini. Zaimovic receiving from Mahlangu. Up against Suarez. Dispossesses him neatly.
Interesting that he's been given the role to just roam around the box, whilst you have his teammate Letswalo just sticking in the box.
Well, it's an interesting point you raised, because many, I think, when we first saw him at the beginning of the season, were wondering why he doesn't hang around in the box more, given his frame and his stature. But it's become evidence over the months, considering the level of skill that he's bringing to this TS Galaxy side. And the goal he scored against Cape Town City in particular was an absolute peach.
It's a very engaging striker, you know, in terms of availing himself for just one touch and sometimes quick turns. In fact, when you watched all the games that also Letswalo has played when he was still at Bloemfontein Celtic, that's how he played as well. Very engaging in terms of his style.
Speaking of Bloemfontein Celtic, it's the only time that Letswalo has ever been involved in a match against Mamelodi Sundowns that he's won was in 2020 MTN8 quarterfinals. He scored the goal as Bloemfontein Celtic beat Mamelodi Sundowns 1-0. That's his one win in 15 meetings in all competitions with against Mamelodi Sundowns. That's Modiba. And Matthews for Ribeiro. Oh, struck the uprights. The man in form denied by the frame of the goal.
I want to see that again because it looks so beautiful in terms of the manufacturing processes of it. The intelligence of 3 players that made it possible. Denied by the uprights.
Allende. Mokoena. Adams finding Johannes. Eased behind the defense for Ribeiro. Can't latch onto it. Now Grant Kekana under the high ball. Tashik Matthews with a lovely touch to get away from Munyai. Modiba gets it again from Shalalile. Cross from deep, repelled. Sibilibili given away cheaply. And he nicks it off the feet of Teboho Mokoena. Goes down under the subsequent challenge.
Matthews tricky to contain based on his movement. They're just causing all kinds of confusion. And this is what we're talking about. Look at the composure in the box. Unlucky. But then, look at how he reads the game. Look at where Ribeiro is. He had full view of that. Unlucky that he just couldn't get it on target. Denied by the upright. More like passing the ball into the net. Put a Kela onto it. Munyai, like I said, he needs support. Lots of the attacks, Sundowns. It's on that side where you find Modiba.
That was so effective down the left-hand flank against Orlando Pirates as well. Here's Johannes. Adams. Suarez. Given a license to venture a little forward. Tashik Matthews. Call goes against him. Tis Galaxy, by the way, playing their 4th successive home game in the league this evening. It shouldn't surprise you, though, if you learn that they did start the season with 7 of their first 8 games played away from home, which goes a little way to explaining why they endured such a poor start, but they have made, of course, a terrific recovery. Zamovic combining with Litsualo, and again Litsualo for Zamovic is offside this time.
Good combination. Made the run too early. Definitely offside. The interesting part is that from a build-up pace, Sundowns not in a rush, the rotation of the ball a little bit slow, but it's only when it gets to the fertile areas just around the box you see the sense of urgency.
Suarez finding Adams. Ribeiro. Adams nudged off the ball, but then Ribeiro Costa picking it up. Sibande gets back to intercept. And had anything positive materialized for Mamelodi Sundowns, the flag was up.
Definitely. It was offside. But you look at how quickly they regain possession. Once they've lost it, we go hunting for it, Sundowns.
Klantlemgang. Give it away to Ibero. Quickly finds Peter Shalulile, who tried to return it to him. Now Modiba. Not his best effort. Sibilibili. Poor touch for Zaimovic. Mokoena intercepts. Matthews. This is Allende. Suarez. Matthews gets away from Matlangu. And then Marks Munyai wins the ball at some personal costs. And Tashreeq Matthews is the latest recipient of a card.
He's going to need an ice bath after this. Munyai. Most of the attacks on that side. And he's dragged into awkward positions. Sometimes he's got to be in a tussle. And look at him coming in here late to bail out his teammate. That's Matlangu committing to the tackle, and he goes in late.
Just a couple of shots apiece so far, nothing really to write home about. In contrast that with TS Galaxy's last outing, when they attempted 20 shots against Chippa United, which was the most that they've managed in a single league match. But they still had to wait for Domir Sovcic to come off the bench and earn them all 3 points late on. Mamelodi Sundowns, of course, much more economical from the shots that they manage, which are plenty, but a lot of them result in goals. As TS Galaxy get a free kick in a great position here.
Look at the referee with a serious face, saying he is in charge of the situation. Was it a foul? Yes, it was. The heavy artillery is going in. My take, I think it is on to go direct. If they have to go direct, it's best suited for the left footer. Put a Kela on it.
Yeah. Well, this is the time of the match when TS Galaxy are most dangerous. They've scored 7 goals in the last 15 minutes of the first half this season. As they do go direct, and Williams is forced into a big save. This is the first stop of the match. Yeah, it was that close.
That close. Venom in it. On target. Side-footed with some power there. That's going to be something special. Had he not reached it. But hey, we're talking about Africa's best here.
That was good technique from the man who came through Kaizer Chiefs development. Something he's clearly been working on, because you don't often see centre-halves taking free kicks. From the resultant corner, might create something, not with an effort like that from Belase. Now the opportunity still might come. Will they be able to prevent the corner? Oh,
Corner it is.
The rain starts to swirl around the stadium. It's been threatening on and off all day, and certainly for the better part of this evening. The grey clouds had gathered but had not burst, and now the rain is falling steadily.
Can you believe it? Earlier on,
think that ball might have gone out before it came
Yeah,
back
it
in.
did.
Yeah,
It did. Can't blame that one on the rain. Nothing to do with the rain. I think it's also dripping into your commentary booth as well.
Better. That's behind Johannes. They'll recover. Adams. Johannes Nkekana.
So there was a point where when Zwane got injured, people were wondering who is going to take over.
That question has been answered, of course.
That question has been answered. His name is Lucas Ribeiro.
And you have to make that distinction these days because they have another Lucas, new recruit, Suarez. He's bedded in very well. Siban. Good hold of play. Now he launched in a cross. Not aware that there were no teammates there to profit from it. TS Galaxy this season have surprised so many sides. Just before the break, 44% of their goals have come in the quarter hour before the interval, but it's Mamelodi Sundowns on the attack here with Peter Shalulile. Oh, repulses the side netting to Mokwena.
They're almost surprised. TS Galaxy that was going down. You look at how that ball was rotated. Down on the left-hand side is Muriba bringing it in. Good touch there by Shalulile. Setting it up nicely there. Just couldn't get it on target. Unlucky Mokwena. If you were to say you missed this one, it says, did you see the one that I scored?
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention the name. Against.
Well, they do get a corner. As the players attempt to adjust to these conditions. It's away by Matlan. In again from Mokwena. Grand Kekana's goal over the weekend came from a set piece from out wide, but Sundowns, despite all the goals they've scored, have not been getting them from corners this season. Now, how effective will Johannes be with this long throw, considering the slippery conditions? It's gone short. Ribeiro, back to Johannes. Suarez to Madiba. Mamelodi Sundowns hit the halfway point of their campaign against Orlando Pirates last time out. Although they are playing TS Galaxy for the first time. But I've played Bulumani City twice. The only team to beat them this season. And then A couple of weeks later, they gave them 3. But that's 42 points after 15 games. It's a PSL record for most points accumulated at the halfway stage of a 30-game season. They broke their own records from last season, 39 points, which had itself been a new record that they'd broken from the season before that, when they got 37 points. Both of the 2 previous seasons, they've had 12 wins at the halfway mark. This season they have 14. That is also a new PSL era record. And not much has been made of it, because records go tumbling with such frequency when it comes to Mamelodi Sundowns.
I think every time they get into the field of play, there would have been fed information regarding possibilities of making history or breaking some records.
They move the ball around swiftly here to get it out to Modiba. There's plenty of space to measure his cross. Uncharacteristic touch from Ribeiro. Sibande. That was smartly done. Now, Tape Era's goal as yet unbreached by Mamelodi Sundowns side, who have scored 16 first-half goals this season. That's the most of any other side in the league. Adnan Boganovic barking out instructions. Man who replaced Sead Ramovic. Ramovic then promptly went on to replace former Sundowns mentor Miguel Gamondi at Young Africans out in Tanzania, and then more recently he's gone to Belouizdad in Algeria as Zaimovic tries to link up play here with Sibilibili, and does. Sibilibili, Tadego, he scored! It's his first Betway Premiership goal of the season, and it's a gigantic one. Well, no other side in the division has scored nearly as many goals as TS Galaxy in this period just before the interval, and they get another. It's the 8th time they've scored in the quarter hour preceding the break. When other sides start to think about that 15 minutes of relaxation and the hydration they're about to take on, TS Galaxy stays switched on. Sibilibili, a wonderful ability to maneuver in tight spaces, receives the ball from Jenan Zaimovic, who has been a revelation this season and earns his 3rd Betway Premiership assist to set up Sibilibili's first league goal of the season. And look at what it means to Adnan Boganovic. Now Mamelodi Sundowns, not much time to respond before the break. Although they have, despite being behind so infrequently this season, rescued 6 points from losing positions. Only Kaizer Chiefs have managed to gain more from a losing position this season. Fourth successive league clean sheets for Tape Era in the 45 minutes to come would result in a famous win for TS Galaxy. Velase now dinks the ball in for Swallow. Acrobatic, but he is offside. Possesses that acrobatic ability. Got a bicycle kick assist against Amazulu for Pusaditi Jane's goal earlier in the campaign. Manyai thumps it clear. There's the whistle to signal the end of the first 45 minutes. And TS Galaxy showed their intents from the opening whistle. Then the tide started to turn in favor of Mamelodi Sundowns, who were very patient and held on to the lion's share of possession. But there were warning signs that TS Galaxy, when they get on the front foot, are more than capable of punishing their defending champions and runaway league leaders, and that is precisely what's happened. Kamogelo Sibilibili, who has in truth been very wasteful this season when it mattered most, from the tightest of angles, stuck it between the legs of the continent's #1 keeper. TS Galaxy lead.
Well, at the break, it's interesting. This is what we love about the local game. Very, very unpredictable, but the fighting spirit from both sides was a marvel to watch. When you look at the opportunities and how that first half played out.
Yeah, you would feel that Sundowns did great enough to be ahead because usually when they create that one chance, that first chance, they put it away because they are very efficient. But TS Galaxy were lucky that when that happened, then it hit the post. And then they grew into the game, but it's off very, very well organized defensive organization, which helped them, you know, when they choose their moments, when to press, when they choose the moment when to drop, and also when to get to closer. And when they get closer, not too close so that you don't now dive in and then players skip past you. And I think there's a lot of maturity in their play. When they find their moments, Brian, up top in the field where they play, they choose to play in the final third, in the half of the opposition, and when they find their moments, they've looked very dangerous, and there's just a bit of connection and understanding amongst one another.
We're talking about Zaimovic as well, how engaging he is. You would think that he's going to be the type of stereotype player that expects aerial balls to be played, but he peels off pretty early, very engaging to players that are coming close to him. You look at the goal that they scared, it's more the intelligence, identifying the spaces, just little touches. It's the same thing that Sundowns tries to do against the opponent, and it's being reversed back to them in terms of the goal that they scored, because he comes out and it becomes very engaging in terms of his approach. And for me, it's two teams that are playing similar, but it's in the details that matters most at this stage.
Yeah, this is the opportunity that I was talking about, where now Aubrey on the left, he's been very aggressive, causing problems to Emunyaye up until Mahlangu tracked back and assisted. But Ribeiro Costa there, very intelligent to try and just slide it into the far post. And he just tries to pass it, makes it difficult for the goalkeeper because he has to get down low, and he's a big guy, he's a tall guy, so he's not going to get down low early enough to be able to save that. So very intelligent from Costa, but unfortunate that it hit the post.
And for me, when you look at holistically both teams, how they play, it's very similar, and it's more the details. There are times where if you have a Mukwena, there are times those kind of areas, you have a TS Galaxy that will say, we can also do it. If you can, we'll try and match you in the details that you have to try and show you that we're also capable. You look at how they get the ball into the box and set it up nicely in terms of trying to pass it into the net, because it's well set up for that. He always delays his runs, Mukwena, and they're able to find him similar the way they find, of course, Kazu.
Yeah, this is now a quick adaptation from TS Galaxy to see that they've troubled you the same way twice, so try and fix it. But it's interesting how so good on the ball Zaimovic is for a tall guy like that, because you can see quick feet, and he's looking up. No, he's not looking down. He's trying to find the teammates while on the ball, and that shows very good quality in him. But Sibilibili to take that in his stride in a tight space and make it, because the touch actually makes it difficult for Kekana to track him. But it all starts when it's a break, when they win the ball in the final third, in the opposition's half in fact, and then they can show their quality in the right areas, because they do have the players that can do what Sundowns can do, playing in tight areas, close control, players with close control, and players who are intelligent also, because to score like that requires a lot of intelligence.
Intelligence, accuracy, it's a toe poke, that kind of goal. Through the eye of a needle, because he knew that at that stage it becomes a game of seconds, and the area was very restrictive for him, but he chose a toe poke and it worked out better for him.
Oh, wow, fantastic stuff there. Just looking at the opportunities for both sides, but when you look at the numbers, the opportunities at goal makes perfect sense that it is the home side that is currently in the lead. This encounter, though, far from over as a contest. Still plenty of football to come here, and quite possibly maybe switching things up a bit in the second half.
Yeah, most certainly. You expect Sundowns to come out strong, and I do anticipate maybe a Morena coming in for Johannes on the right, because they haven't really been effective on the right, and I think that's the change that you should expect from the Sundowns side.
All right, yeah, let's see what is going to happen. Of course, in that second half, our change is going to be instituted at both sides. As things stand, it's the team at home that is leading here.
Welcome back to the Mbombela Stadium, where hosts TS Galaxy have a surprise lead over Mamelodi Sundowns, coming courtesy of Kamagela Sibilibili just before the interval. His first Betway Premiership goal of the season, and Sundowns, for just the fourth time in this Betway Premiership campaign, in what is their 16th outing, find themselves behind. The three previous instances, they've been able to turn it around. They did so against Kaizer Chiefs. They went behind and they were back in front by the half-time break. That was back in September, only against Polokwane City, who scored inside the final 10 minutes, where they're not able to overturn the deficit. They did so again in January against Magesi, going behind in the first half, scoring 2 in the second, as they make a couple of changes here. And two players who have been booked, that's Tashreeq Matthews and Keegan Johannes, are those to make way. But you suspect that even without the yellow cards, those were the two most likely changes in any case. Brian Mate, who rejoins me, can maybe give us more insight on that.
Two things they have to do: defend well, Sundowns, but at this stage it's all about attack and get a quick response in the early stages of the second half.
And it better controls. Ira makes the claim that Sundowns, that's only Sundowns' second shot on target in the game so far. And TS Galaxy this season, that's now the 53rd shot on target that they faced. It's actually the 4th fewest in the entire division. They have been fairly defensively stout, especially since the change of managership rather. Sundowns, by the way, in the first half faced their 44th and 45th shot on target this season. Only Stellenbosch have actually faced fewer in the Betway Premiership. Modiba. Allende. They wonder now what TS Galaxy's approach will be. As Morena goes sliding through the middle of the park and then puts his shot wide.
Did you get a bit of your answer? They're going to attack with a sense of urgency. When this man is around, there's always a potential for a goal. He's done it for the national team. He continues to do it for Mamelodi Sundowns. Capello Morena, versatile.
Tapeira, a strong showing in a critical game like this. Could do exactly what he desires, which is to break into the national team as the goal scorer. Takes on Morena for the first time. Almost leaves the ball behind. Dink through cleverly. Dug. And it's swallowed. Doesn't have the requisite strength to force his way past Grant Kekana and Lucas Ribeiro. Taking on Vilase. Nicked away by Ikram Reyners, who is featuring for a 10th time against TS Galaxy over the course of his career. He's only lost to them once as Allende sprays it out to Modiba. Ikram Reyners, the new man brought on, also has 4 goal contributions, 2 goals and 2 assists against TS Galaxy in the past. Although 3 of those came in one game. That was 2 seasons back in the Nedbank Cup as era. Oh, doesn't get a clean connection on that. Fortunately for him, Peter Shalulile, the all-time leading scorer in this tie, who has really not involved himself all too much as of yet, is offside.
My question is, of course, he's offside. But I'm also saying, when he comes out, the keeper, Tapeira, can he look convincing?
Yeah.
That's not a kind of ball that you punch with the height that he's going to just caught it.
Won't be an easy task breaking into that Cote d'Ivoire team. Batra Sangare was the #1 for quite a long time. He's recently been displaced, although Skokoni man is still in the mix as a 24-year-old Fofana who's playing in Angers in France, has been their #1 most recently. Vilase cuts it out.
That supper together, I'm sure that would have been the conversation to say we need him. But first 15 minutes of the second half, we're going to be attacked. We've got to stay compact. We've got to communicate better. It would have been the conversation in the dressing room for TS Galaxy.
There's Ribeiro. Ikram Reyners back to Tapelo Morena. Now Mokoena. Still to Boho Mokoena. Modiba. To Kekana. TS Galaxy kept 1 clean sheet in their first 11 league games. They have managed 4 in their last 5. Last time they scored, or they conceded, was to Willemsen Ndwandwe's header for Lamontville Golden Arrows in a 1-1 draw away midway through last month. Ikram Reyners. Allende. Too strong for Morena.
Well structured so far for TS Galaxy, to tracking the movement of the runner. Tapelo Morena, of course, they've got to watch him. Has to play as a fullback, but a lot of times he's going to be attacking, adding numbers up front. they've got to stay organized. Crucial first 15 minutes. And you can tell Sundowns have intensified their attack and the pace as well.
Head away from Kabini. Mokoena. Adams. Suarez. Adams. Allende. This is Economreina's pace to burn. Poor touch to try and tee up Ribeiro. Does love to shoot from that kind of area.
You mean Reynolds?
No, Ribeiro. He was trying to set him up there.
I also think that from that awkward angle, it looked awkward, but nothing wrong in trying to cut it across face of the goal for Reynolds. I think he was trying to see if the keeper will drop the ball.
Yeah. So 9 previous times that he's faced TS Galaxy with Stellenbosch and with Supersport as well, just 1 defeat he suffered over that period. That was 2 seasons back during his spell with Supersport, and he only came on late into that game. They suffered a 2-0 defeat. Now, a couple of changes being made for TS Galaxy, for Mamazulu man, specifically Maduna. On his day, can be superb. And then the young Puzo Titijani, 20-year-old, who scored an absolute cracker against Mamelodi Sundowns to open the scoring in their match towards the tail end of last season. Cleveland Gaga and Marcus Munyai are the men to make way. I would imagine then that they'll have to tinker a little bit the back line. Sibilibili this season has been, when called upon and deployed there, played a decent role at fullback. I think that's where he'll slot in. Easiest defensively stout as Munyai, though. The answer to that would be no, as Simvelasi refuses to interact with Peter Shalilile here after that incident.
That's first 8. Done by Shalilile. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That's first 8. Yeah. It was just bloated high.
Peter Shalilile, 2 away from reaching a century of goals for Mamelodi Sundowns, 4 away from equaling Willem Vetes' PSL goal scoring record as Lucas Suarez doesn't get a clean clearance. Let's swallow. How he put it across, it was way over the head of Titijan.
But then he had ample time. I don't think he needed to rush that one. He had plenty of time to pick out one of his teammates. Just rushed it for some reason. Let's swallow.
TS Galaxy this season have dropped 6 points from winning positions. Will they be able to hold on against Mamelodi Sundowns as Suarez hoists it forward? Well cut out by Sibande. Zaimovic. Ball now with Allende. Modiba. Nicely floated out towards Morena. Kekana to Morena. Ribeiro. That's nicely done for Economreinas. Allende to Modiba. Mokoena upended. Free kick, Mamelodi Sundowns.
They'll keep on probing. You can tell the influence of Morena on that right-hand side, how he engages with Ribeiro. Mokoena much more into it, very closer to the action now. Possibilities of him taking a shot, getting some special attention.
It's a fair distance out, but it's a decent angle to have a go direct.
Yeah, I've seen him take one from this kind of direction against Maritzburg. And he got it right. It was a scorcher.
Well, there's no mystery about who will take it. Mokoena measures it, forces a great save out of Tapeira, which hasn't gone behind for a corner kick. Thumped away by the goal scorer Sibilibili.
Impossible is nothing to him. Based on the distance as well, he believes in the power that he scores. On target, Mokoena.
Well, they have scored 5 goals from outside the area this season in the league. Mamelodi Sundowns, 2 of those have been courtesy of Mokoena. They have come over the course of their last 3 games. Excellent free kick. Equally good save. Mokoena only opened his account for Mamelodi Sundowns this season at the beginning of this month against the Montfort Golden Arrows. Deflected effort to make the score 4-0 after Peter Shelalile had come off the bench to affect the game. By the way, Brian, since losing their first home game of the season to Orlando Pirates, this is TS Galaxy, by the way, they're unbeaten in 6 home matches. They've drawn 3 of those, won 3 of those. Oh, can't make the most of that. It's the first time, in fact, that they've been unbeaten in 6 home games in succession in the same season. They were unbeaten in 6 previously, 1 game at the end of the 2022-23 campaign, a 4-0 victory over Chippa, and then unbeaten in 5 to start last season. But the first time that they put together a streak of 6 in the same campaign. And they have managed 4 successive clean sheets at home since Raga Chivaviro's very late goal for Kaizer Chiefs on the 16th of December to rescue a point. So could go 5 clean sheets in succession at home for the first time in the top flights. TS Galaxy.
It's tough to win away games because the odds are against you. It's good when you solidify things for the results at home, and make teams be scared to face you when they come to your territory.
That's precisely what they did last season. 10 home wins they managed, was the joint best, along with Mamelodi Sundowns. And that's how they managed to get themselves into the top 8. Great achievement for the club. Matlangu, Suarez, Kekana.
There's a bit of a problem with Matlangu. He's struggling on his right-hand side, limping.
Well cut out. And given away very cheaply. A stooping header. As I said, it was very awkward for Kabini, but he ends up in the clutches of his goalkeeper. Across past 8 previous league meetings, there's only been 2 games where both teams have scored, but in order for Sundowns to get anything from today, there would have to be another, as Victor Letsoalo causes some chaos with his relentless running.
Boxing differently, going route 1 when you need to. Of course, they've been under pressure. You know, there's Galaxy now, they're going for route 1. They've got the ammunition, forcing Sundowns to make errors in their own half. And they regain possession, taking the pressure away from their side, in particular their defense.
Letsoalo forces the corner.
Back in the days when you were still playing football, corner used to be called corner is a goal, right?
These days, not so much.
It creates possibilities. And I say possibilities because they've got the aerial ammunition of Zaimovic. They've got Kapini.
Will be Stijani to take. Outswinging delivery. Set here for Sipande, who gets a lot behind that. But was always going to need a sizable chunk of luck to see it hit the target through all of those bodies. Launched upfield by the goalkeeper, but plenty of players were offside.
Offside. There was a whole groceries of who were offside. Check this. Just the whole groceries of But that's the restart that they're running as well, to try and play the offside trap. Possessional stats definitely in favor of Sundowns.
Suarez meets that looping ball. Mokoena bringing it down. Modiba moving on to Reynolds. He's been flagged for offside.
It works when it is synchronized and when it's carried out. It's definitely offside. Oh, credit to the assistants and the referee. So far, so good. But he remains a danger man. Very calm, composed in the box, Reynolds. Deadly.
Tape all the way through to Ronan Williams. Last season, these sides met 3 times. First in a Carling knockout, as Peter Shalalila is now flagged for offside. And that game right here resulted in a win on penalties for TS Galaxy. They went 2-0 up, then goals from Allende and Sarino sent it to extra time. They won on penalties. I think that's where the feud started between Ramovic and Mokoena. Mokoena is speaking about the players having just come back from the international break. Ramovic saying that the squad is so deep that it shouldn't matter. Sundowns thrashed TS Galaxy 3-0 in their first league meeting of the season, and then TS Galaxy welcomed them here. Penultimate game of the campaign as Suarez lets it run inexplicably and drew 1-1. And they were all fiery matches.
For us, the neutrals, we enjoy those kind of battles. There's a bit of a tension in the Sundowns bench.
Yeah, understandably. finds Suarez. Swallow putting a lot of pressure on him. Kekana. No foul. Letsoalo. Matlangu. Victor Letsoalo again. Suarez goes sliding in. Well, welcome to the South Africa's top flights.
They have been put under so much pressure. They've improved their posture, TS Galaxy. Of course, Sundowns attacked them in the early stages of the game, and now they have improved their posture. Now they are attacking, they're keeping the ball in the Sundowns half. A change is going to happen, of course.
Yeah.
Not at his best. Letsoalo.
Victor Letsoalo makes away. And on comes Sibanyoni. As I say, Letsoalo has featured in this game, and if they go on to win, it would be the first time in his 12th league appearance against Mamelodi Sundowns that he is on the winning team. As Sibanyoni makes his way on, a man who scored a couple of goals in that 7-0 demolition of Vasco da Gama in the first round of the Nedbank Cup. All three instances, if you include the League Cup game last season, in which both teams have managed to get on the score sheet, have come at the home of TS Galaxy.
Maseko took his eyes off the ball. Coach wasn't too happy. Of course, there's pressure now because they're training.
Got Sundowns desperately wanting to make this a game in which both teams are on the score sheets. The time is steadily ticking away. Approaching the 70-minute mark now. Sibanyoni winning that illegally in the air. Horiba can't link back up with Mokoena. Sticks in the foot. Ribeiro. Mokoena. Lucas Ribeiro, ball down by Titijane. Another great free kick opportunity here for Teboho Mokoena.
If there's a player currently in the PSL who is difficult to dispossess when he's in control of the ball, it's Lucas Ribeiro. So strong. Good control of the ball. Given space, time, he could punish you. Look at this. Difficult. It takes illegal means to bring him down. Who do you fancy? Allende?
Oh, you would have thought with Teboho Mokoena coming so close last time that he'd fancy another go.
Do I think he's going to go direct? I'm not so convinced. We'll see.
Allende. Ribeiro. Lifting it in. It's not yet clear. Trying the handball. Shalaline. Zanovic scrapes it away. Now Sibanyoni held back here by Obi Modiba.
Fast stereotype. It's gonna get rough out here. That's how tough it is. Sundowns trying to respond. Galaxy saying no, we have to defend our lead. Potential for a handball. Maybe here there's a foul.
Now the other end of the field. Tijani, leaving it for Zaimovic. Velase, cut out in the air by Allende. Ribeiro, away from Maduna. Not his best pass. Retrieved by Velase. Zaimovic. Sibanyoni wanting it to feet. There he has fouled Suarez in his attempt to get it back.
The game is so open.
Yeah.
Either of those sides could get a goal. TS Galaxy could increase their lead. Sundowns are playing it very open. But it is tough in the midfield. The tackles continue.
That's it. Suarez, Quena.
Tempers are high. I can tell you right now. You look at the technical bench of Mamelodi Sundowns. I think he's getting a winning CBD.
In by Ribeiro. Velase does excellently. Demane. Away from immediate danger. Morena. Allende. Back to the Chilean. Suarez now. Ikram Reyners. Moriba. Maseko. Moriba. Huge roar from the crowds. It's Sivilibili, where he's been redeployed, has done excellently so far.
They've soaked up the pressure. They've cleared their lines. They're very much switched on so far because Sundowns are putting them under so much pressure, trying to stretch them on the left-hand side when Mudiba is operating.
Well cut out. And very nicely intercepted by Ndamani. Here in Kabini, having an excellent game. Now this is Sibanyoni getting away from Suarez. Still he continues on. For Matlangu and Sibanyoni. Still alive, Tijani. Maduna, space to measure it. Makwena comes across to make a critical block. But it will be a TS Galaxy corner. And they have scored 3 goals from corners this season. And look at this passage of play.
Pure beauty and class. True to say, Lise Gazini, I mean, beautiful football all round. All it needed, Grant, was just a goal. The pressure is on.
Maduna took maybe just a split second too long to set himself, as Ronwen Williams claims easily. They gave Tobo Makwena an opportunity to slide across and make the block. Ribeiro, still he goes. Solo goal against Orlando Pirates over the weekend, where he ran 60 meters with the ball.
When last did you see that?
Yeah.
The distance that he had to cover, the balance, the awareness. I think he's cramping somehow. I have a feeling that he could be cramping, but he's a soldier.
Ikram Reyners. Sibilibili, wonderful tackle. And finds the outlet to the form of Sibanyoni. Velase held on to it for just a touch too long. Moriba. line there. Damane. Excellent clearing header. Sibande prevents the throw in and wins one for his team.
A sign of maturity. You're under pressure. You have been pinned into your own half. What do? You force errors out of the opponents. There's Trapatoni. Trotmoloto.
And inside the final quarter hour, the technical team, the Mamelodi Sundowns, starting to look worried, but
I see
here's a great opportunity.
This is where I see danger. Two players, Aubrey Mudiba, suited for his left foot. No need to do that. Definitely no need. Didn't have any advantage to win the challenge. Commits a foul. Like I said, either Mokoena or Aubrey Mudiba. Have I seen both scoring goals? Yes. Dead ball situations? Yes.
Well,
can he do it now?
This season, from the 250-odd goals that have been scored in the Betway Premiership, only been 5 direct free kicks. Mamelodi Sundowns are not one of the teams who've managed one so far in the league this season.
They're listening to you. They're saying maybe this could be the time, or now is the time to do that.
Four-man wall assembled, full of sturdy bodies. Almost looks to be a 5 with Velasi creating just a tiny gap there. It is Aubrey Mudiba. The more than anything, just strokes it towards goal. Easy for Ira.
Not like that. No power in that shot. It's more like passing it back to him. Look at the aerial advantage that he's got. That was within reach. Too easy. That's more like passing it back to him.
Some glum faces here at the Mbomela Stadium.
Captain of the supporters.
To drive probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours today. Middelburg branch coming to show their support.
There's going to be some changes.
Sibilibili. His heels tripped by Mudiba.
There's Mbunjana who's going to be coming on.
What a steady presence he is in the midfield. If you want to add some more resolve to the middle of the park, some more defensive acumen, then there are a few better players you could call upon.
Experience is about to be introduced. Bunjana. You know the man is kicking good.
Gets his opportunity to play against his former side, or he's about to. Keegan Dolly as we enter into the final 10 minutes here. Nemane took a good free kick in the first half. The centre-back, it's not quite as good. Sundowns came into this game the best goals per minute ratio in the league. They're finding the back of the net every 38 minutes. But we enter the 81st. And in the score column for the visitors, it still reads 0. This is Suarez and Kekana. Mokoena. Mokoena for Ribeiro, gets the return, oh, close, curls it just wide.
Pure class, intelligence, conjuring something out of nothing. Look at the patience. Look at how he's away. Good run, good return pass, good choice in terms of what he wanted to do. The placement is a good choice, but perhaps doesn't tell enough. Did it just hit up, right? I think that was the tactic. Not too sure.
So here's confirmation of the first change. Munjana will be coming on for Pompilase. Put in a wonderful shift, having just turned 36 last Thursday. Pompilase was running around like with the energy of a kid on the playground. And Keegan Dolly coming on for Zenon Zaimovic. Dolly, who had great success with Mamelodi Sundowns between 2015 and 2017, earning himself a move to Montpellier in Liga in France. Kekana forced backwards and forced to run it out of play. Mokoena squeezing it through to Ribeiro. Samuriva. Ribeiro. Pass intercepted en route to Shalulile. Driven ball across field. Stitijani in pursuit, but Ronan Williams was always going to be first to it. Now they move the ball up the other end. Maseko teasing Sibilibili. Muriba. Mokoena. Maseko. Goal. And ball from Sibilibili. Mokoena taking it on, era equal to it, oh, and then over from Moriba. So Mamelodi Sundowns. Another throw of the dice here in his closing stages. And Peter Shalulile not as effective tonight as he often is against TS Galaxy, and Skomelo Kodisang is on. There's only one team that Shalulile has scored more league goals against, and that is Royal AM, 13-13. That wasn't to be for him tonight against the Rockets. Now 8 goals in 9 appearances against them in the league. Yeah, and there's still time. There's Ribeiro. Aduna. Can't get the better of him, but he's enough of a presence that Ribeiro misplaces his pass. Now this is Keegan Dolly. Can't release it quick enough. Manages to nod it forward, but Grant Kekana thumping it clear. Then Sibanyoni. Can't hang on to it yet. Punjana. Kodisang gets a toe on it. Suarez beaten in the air by Keegan Dolly. Only Teboho Mokoena has touched the ball more than Suarez, and Suarez has passed at about a 97% accuracy, but there have been moments in his game where he hasn't looked too sure of himself, and a few slips, a few moments like that, where Dolly, of all people, beats him in the air. Sibilibili. Goal! Mokoena's gone in hard here, and unsurprisingly gets the yellow card for that challenge. Passion from Beganovic as TS Galaxy close in on a famous win into the final minute of regulation time here. Keegan Dolly standing over a free kick in a promising area. Dolly well off target. He was trying to catch Ronan Williams out at his near post. Still a chance for Mamelodi Sundowns to rescue something. Kodisang. Free kick for the visitors. Allende. Morena. Kekana to Modiba. Kodisang. Ball in for Maseko, but his touch lets him down. Now Ditijani in pursuit of that long clearance. Modiba's all over him. I want to say, Brady, there's the reason why the technical team of TS Galaxy are up in arms is this is not the first foul by Modiba, and even had he not committed any up to this point, surely that warrants a yellow. Am I wrong? Yeah. That's the fourth foul he's committed today, Aubrey Modiba. Yep. Ronan Williams urging his troops further upfield. 1 minute of 4 additional has already elapsed here. Oh, strong in the air again. Here's the young Demane. Era was a foul there. I think he misjudged the flight, so he gets a little lucky. Williams off his line, beating Sibanyoni to it. Ribeiro. Billy. Now he's looking to set Tijani on his way, but the ball spins out of play. Mokoena. Awkward clearance from Demane, but it's enough. Suarez beats him in there. Bunjana. Mokoena. No foul. Sibanyoni putting pressure here on Morena. And he's into the book. Good header clear from Sibande. Could be the last opportunity here for Mamelodi Sundowns. Cut out by Sibande. Just under 30 seconds to play. Williams. Suarez challenges for it. Tijani will clear. Final whistle blows. It's a masterful performance from TS Galaxy. They are the team to bring Sundowns to their knees and to bring to an end this 10-game winning streak that the champions have been on in the Betway Premiership. And for the first time under Miguel Cardoso, they lose a league game as Adnan Beganovic's dream run continues. The Rockets now unbeaten in 12 in the Betway Premiership, a streak that stretches back all the way to October of last year. Brian Mate, your thoughts on this incredible match?
Incredible indeed. Solid performance at TS Galaxy. Game plan well executed. No doubt about the result that they've managed to get. They scored a goal. They knew they're going to suffer. They knew they're not going to dominate possession. But they also knew that the mentality of winning has to continue on their side. And this is exactly what is happening. And that's exactly how it was carried out. To score a goal and having to defend it, a lot of effort has to come in. A lot of communication has to come in. Gutsy performance overall on the side of TS Galaxy. Of course, Mamelodi Sundowns would have wanted to continue their winning streak. But sometimes when you're at the top, you become the team to beat. And that's what happened this evening. It is that team, TS Galaxy, who comes out top, but it is a gallant performance overall from the entire team.
Well, having just completed the first half of their league campaign in record-breaking fashion, Mamelodi Sundowns succumb on the road to TS Galaxy. Miguel Cardoso's first league loss. He did fall away from home in the Champions League to very tricky Raja Casablanca after Batusio Bas was sent off in the first half. That was always going to be a struggle for them. But there were no mitigating circumstances here. TS Galaxy win this one fair and square through sheer guts and determination. And Tim Sukazi has built something special out here in the Mpumalanga province. It's a mix of young and old, emerging stars, and those in the twilight of their career. But against a team that they have characteristically done so poorly against, we mentioned right up front, against no other team have they lost as many league games than against Mamelodi Sundowns. They had just the one win against them in 8 previous fixtures. But they have managed what many deemed to be highly improbable, if not impossible, And they defeat Mamelodi Sundowns, who we must remind you are fresh from thrashing their nearest rivals, Orlando Pirates, who appeared to be in hot pursuit prior to this past weekend. And now they have a little glimmer of hope again, courtesy of Tears Galaxy and Kamohelo Sibilibele. It's 1-0 at full time.
And the Mbombela Stadium erupts. You can see just how much this victory means to TS Galaxy. They're coming up against a team that has been absolutely on song in Mamelodi Sundowns, and getting a victory and doing it here at home, man, the celebrations continuing. Now let's talk about the standout player. Scoring his first goal of the season, Kamohelo Sibilibele, our man of the match today. Congratulations, Kamohelo. First goal ya hao this season, and against Mamelodi Sundowns. Ay man, ikutlwa jwang?
Ke thabile haholo ka hore vele di game tse fitileng ne ke ntse ke kokota mara ne ke na lucky ya ho kora. Today I had to make sure gore ke thole one.
Aruboni hobane no na le di opportunity tse 2. No ntso teka utsho no ntso kokota uzamile very early on in the game, and you kept on pushing.
Yes, obviously ke attacker. If I go 20 ke thola assist, so if ke a fitla 20 ke phile ke shoot at least ha ke mister e tlotla never ke phile ke miss.
Are you planning for game ena game e kholo haholo? Coach na le jweditse eng hobane na tshilo ko nna hore na batla to focus a little bit more on attack as a more more goals?
Yeah, obviously ke Mamelodi Sundowns to ne tshwantse vele re plan hantle. Coach o itse re shape medium block or low block, re ba shape ka di counter cause re ba tseba defender tsa bona di slow, and re sebeleditse ntho cause of ha ba attack ka di number tse di ngata ba shia number e less ko morao, so le rena re attack re ela ko.
Usebetsitse today, fantastic performance, congrats.
Thank you.
Nice one, well done. They played out the coach's game plan to a T, knew what it is that they had to do, and they get the desired result. Congratulations, coach. Very big smile on your face. And it's for a good reason. Coming up against Mamelodi Sundowns was going to be difficult, but you did say you were going to put a lot more emphasis on the attack, and that's precisely what you did. You bossed that first half.
Feeling it's beautiful. Win against Sundowns, it's you can't say every day you can win game against Sundowns. It's beautiful club with so many good players inside. But I am so proud on my team how we play tactically this game, and then how much we play games in February, how we look physically. I am so proud on this group of the players, and I give us all credit to the players to tonight. I want to enjoy. We need to enjoy because what we do behind 3 months, it's unbelievable, unbelievable. I'm so happy. I don't know what to say.
You did talk about the pressure when you were towards the bottom, but with each good result, you've been making your way up, and now you get into the top 5. So this is a victory that means a lot.
Yes, when I took the team, we sit on the bottom with the 2 points, and in the end, yes, for beginning, I believe in this team. I believe in this group players. I talk every day with the players. I have meetings in the group. We analyze everything, set pieces. We prepare ourselves for every game. And then in the end, I believe we can reach top 8. But what we do now, until now, in this game, it's unbelievable, unbelievable.
It's amazing because you go into the first half, you are in the lead, but in the second half, you make the substitutions and it's still attacking. You want to go forward, you want to add more.
Yes, we try to score second goal because I know it's tough to defend all 45 minutes, but I know we need to put some midfield player who can pass, throw pass behind last line, and then quick players on the side. Yes, we try. I put everything what we have, and then I'm so happy how everybody played tonight. And then I think TS Galaxy tonight have a reason to celebrate.
You certainly do. Congratulations, coach.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we also believe it. TS Galaxy definitely has reason to celebrate. A really good performance, a big 3 points. And that was another thing that they were trying to push for in these 12 games now where they've been unbeaten. Too many draws, and they wanted to turn that into maximum points. Coach, you did say it was going to be difficult against this TS Galaxy side that has been getting better and better with each game. What happened? First half, they were completely dominant. Not a single shot for your side on target in the first half.
Sorry, who was dominant?
TS Galaxy in terms of the number of opportunities that they had up front for a goal.
I didn't see, sorry, but we were dominant. We were dominant all game. TS Galaxy defended all game. Obviously that we didn't have the energy that we needed. It's fourth match in 72 hours, and we were penalized because of that. I think that we had a better chances and we should have scored, but we suffered. We were penalized in the goal with in the last minutes of first half, and we had no energy for the second one.
When you look at some of the changes that you bring in the second half, what was the intention there? Because you talk about how much it is that they were defensive, but they made changes in terms of their attack. They wanted to try and add to the tally.
No, that you need to ask their coach, but it's normal that a team that is defending wants to keep the threat in the front so that we cannot go full, let's say, full energy in attack. I think we coped with their offensive. We knew that we had to risk. We took our chances. We put it the players that we thought that could help. We changed the strategy in terms of system, but they defended very well, and we have to congratulate also them for the effort that they did defensively.
I know it's very difficult for you because now you're getting your first loss here, but as much as you have lessons when you win, there are lessons as well when things don't go your way in terms of the results.
The lessons is continue to look forward and continue to work. I always said that it will be a long championship. No one's heard me say nothing different than that. So my position today is exactly the same. We will rise from today, and for sure we will come even stronger.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you very much.
There we go. They're going to keep marching forward is what Mamelodi Sundowns are saying. They knew it was going to be a really tough outing here, but they remain, of course, top of the table. If you look at the table standings, currently they remain top of the table, missing out on an opportunity to increase the lead that they had, Mamelodi Sundowns. And Lalela, you didn't get the prediction correct, Sia. Let me talk to this guy who said, you know, anything is possible. If ever there was a game that could really push TS Galaxy to get the maximum points, this could be it.
You're absolutely right. I think the occasion itself meant a lot for TS Galaxy. Sundowns, as a team that is used to success, they know it's always going to be difficult for them wherever they play. But it was a question of being clinical in certain moments, but it's a question of having to suffer after scoring your goal. And that's what TS Galaxy went through. They scored the most important goal. They deserved to score that goal, but they knew they had to suffer, and they suffered. But they suffered collectively in the quest to defend their lead. And well done to them.
Very much well done for TS Galaxy. Mission accomplished, wanting, of course, to continue to make their way up and stave away the memories of when it is that they were in this part of the table.
Yeah, I was speaking to